It's been a few weeks since I've rolled APBA baseball here on YouTube, and there's a reason for that. So before I get to today's matchup and the standings and everything, give you a little heads up as to what is going on here. The first 70 games that I broadcast on YouTube, the first 1,000 games that I played of APBA baseball over the last few years were all played through APBA Basic, and I was happy with that. I bought the master game at one point and looked at it and thought, "No, that's just too much," APBA gives me what I want at APBA Basic gives me what I want at, the pace that I want, and it was good, but you can only go so many times, um, with a B pitcher rolling an 8 with the bases empty and having a fly ball to center field, and or having a runner on first base and rolling that 8, and it's a ground ball to third, runner to second, so got a little tired of the lack of variety. So, I went back and looked at the master boards and, yeah, there's still just there's stuff I wanna do, but there's more there than I want. Looked at the hybrid boards, the Oz and Merino boards, and those were good, but not exactly what I was looking for, so I kinda developed my own hybrid version, that encompasses the master game pitching, the individual fielding, and, the rare plays. But where I don't have to make the choices on steals, I don't have to decide if someone's, tagging up or scoring or holding the runner on or cutting the throw off, or if that's even a thing. But, none of that I don't have to make any of those decisions. I just wanna play and try to play quickly and let the dice do their thing, but with a little bit more variety, and so I think I've been able to develop that here, kind of marrying the basic and the master and some of those hybrid games that were already in existence. So from here forth out, we will be playing a hybrid version of APBA baseball. And the today's broadcast is the final game of week number 3. I've played 15 games so far offline. The first 15 games of week 3, and they've gone well. So we're gonna stick with this. We're gonna try this on the YouTube for the first time. I expect these broadcasts will now go a little bit longer than previous ones, just because it encompasses more dice rolls, more looking up individual fieldings and charts and things like that. So, but that's okay. It's made some improvements, I think, and it's given me the variety and just different outcomes that I think just make this a little bit more interesting. That brings us to today's game. It's game day number 12. It is the final game of week 4. It's the final game of a 4-game series between the 1953 New York Yankees and the 1959 Chicago White Sox. And as you look at the standings, this is for a share of first place. Pittsburgh Pirates already in the clubhouse with an 8-4 record. Yankees and White Sox both 7-4. Yankees won the first 2 games of this series. They won game 1 3-0. Whitey Ford threw a 3-hit shutout. They won game 2 5-2. Mickey Mantle went 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBI. Eddie Lopat pitched well in the win. Game 3, the White Sox came back, 7-3 victory, season high 7 runs for the Sox. Nellie Fox had 3 hits and 2 RBI. Bob Shaw gave up just 1 earned run in 7 innings. So the White Sox looking to even the series here today and get back to a first place tie with the Pirates. Yankees looking to do the same. Elsewhere in week number 3, Pirates took 3 of 4 from the Phillies, is why they are up there in first place. The Giants split with the Indians. The Giants came in tied for first place. The Indians deep in last place, but the Indians, in a rematch of the 1954 World Series, able to salvage a sweep. And the 57 Braves and the 53 Dodgers, they split their series. So that is where we stand here on the final day of game day 12, week number 3. This is game 12 out of 32. If you're new watching this, this is Great Teams of the Past, season number 4, playing era by era. This era is teams from 1950 to 1960. They'll play a 32-game schedule. Previous winners of my earlier Great Teams of the Past, season number 1, the 1912 New York Giants, season number 2, the 1920 Cleveland Indians, and season number 3, the 1937 New York Yankees. 21 wins is the magic number All 3 previous winners went 21 and 11 in their 32-game schedule. So, 53 Yankees, 59 White Sox here on the tabletop today. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Yankees. Leading off and playing third base, it's Gil McDougald. First baseman's Joe Collins. Right fielder is Hank Bauer. Heading cleanup and playing center field, Mickey Mantle. Left fielder is Gene Woodling. Catcher, Yogi Berra. Second baseman's Billy Martin. Shortstop is Phil Rizzuto. And the starting pitcher is Johnny Sain. Sain 14-7 with a 3.00 ERA in 1953. And so far this season, Sain has in 2 starts a 1-1 record, a 3.86 earned run average, 14 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts in 14 innings. For the home team, the Chicago White Sox, leading off and playing shortstop, it's Luis Aparicio. Second baseman, Nellie Fox. Center field, Jim Landis. Behind the plate, the cleanup hitter, Sherm Lawler. In left field, it's Al Smith. First baseman, Earl Torgeson. Third baseman's Bubba Phillips. Right fielder's Jim McEnany. And on the mound for the White Sox, it's Dick Donovan. Donovan, 9-10 with a 3.66 ERA in 1959. Dick Donovan is so far, Donovan and Sain are the last 2 starting pitchers in the league to make their third start. There are 32 starting pitchers in this league. Dick Donovan is the only one with a chance to be 3-0 after 3 starts. Donovan won his first 2 starts. One of them was a shutout. He's got a 1.80 earned run average in 15 innings, giving up 14 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks. He struck out 3. So Donovan, basic game, a C-rated pitcher, and here in this Master Hybrid, he is a 9. So you'll have to see if he can keep some lucky dice roll going to try to keep that streak alive because boy, seasons 1, 2, and 3, they all had some standout pitchers who won a lot of games. Here in season 4, again, no chance here that nobody will be 3-0 after 3 games unless Dick Donovan comes through today for the White Sox. 53 Yankees, they won 99 games. They won the World Series over the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was their 5th consecutive World Series win. The 59 White Sox, they won 94 games. They lost the World Series to the LA Dodgers. It was Chicago's first pennant since the 1919 Black Sox there in 1959. Neither of these teams can hit. The White Sox come in with a team batting average of .213. That is 7th out of 8 teams. The Yankees, worst hitting team in the league at .199. They have been able to score runs, 3.8 runs per game, ranking them 4th out of 8 teams. The White Sox averaging just 3 runs a game, 7th out of 8 teams, but still both teams with 7-4 records, largely because they're pitching. The White Sox team ERA 2.18, which ranks them number 1 by a mile, because the Yankees are number 2 with a 3.03 team earned run average. So those are the teams. You know the stakes. First place on the line here. Let's play ball. Leading off for the Yankees, Gil McDougald, the third baseman. McDougald's hitting .250, which is actually second best among the Yankee regulars, but he is 2 for 12 in this series. You'll see the 4 dice on my tablet here because the smaller dice will come into play for fielding or rare plays or things like that. 64 on McDougald's at 22. And immediately we go to the fielding charts. 22 is going to be a play by the catcher. Lawler's a 9, best rating yet for a 9. That 66, though, marks it down to a fielding 3, and the result is a little chopper in front of the plate. Lawler runs out, picks it up, throws to first. His throw is in the dirt. Torgeson can't scoop it out. McDougald's safe on the E2. Unlucky play there for Lawler, who is normally an excellent fielder. So runner on first, nobody out. Joe Collins. Reroll that. 44 is an 8, and already we're going to look at the pitching. Donovan is a 9. He's a righty. +1 for Collins drops Donovan to an 8. So 8 against an 8 is going to be a base hit into left. Gil McDougald stops at second. Runners on first and second. Here's Hank Bauer. Bauer's batting .225 on the season. He has a league high 4 triples. In fact, 8 of his 9 hits this season have gone for extra bases. 1 double, 4 triples, 3 home runs. 2 of those triples have come in this series. So first and second, nobody out. Not a good start for Dick Donovan with the error and the hit. And that 44 again is going to be a 7. Don't even need to look. That'll be a hit into left. They're going to send Gil McDougald, and he is safe. 1 run scores. Collins to third. It's already 1-0 Yankees. So Bauer comes through. And now Mickey Mantle steps in, runners on first and third, nobody out. Mantle's hitting a team best .293. He has come a long way. I think he was like 3 for 19 to start the season. He's now up to a .293 average, 12 hits and 41 at-bats. He's got 2 home runs. Hitting well in this series, 5 for 11 with a home run. So can he keep it going here in the top of the first? 53 is a 17. It's a play to the right fielder, McEnany, who is a fielding 1, not good. Rolls a 22. We'll look on the F2 chart. And Mantle smashes a base hit into right. Joe Collins will score. Hank Bauer will go to third. Mantle has a single, but McEnany messes something up in right, and Mantle moves to second base on an E9. So second error of the inning for the White Sox. Single run scores. Bauer to third. Mantle to second. E9. 2-0 Yankees, and there still are no outs. Second and third for Gene Woodling. Woodling's hitting just 176. 41's a 24. I should think, okay, we're going to play infield in here. It's hit to the shortstop. Aparicio's a 10. You don't get any better than that. That rolls a 15. Fielding 1. So ground ball to Aparicio. Bauer tries to score. Aparicio throws home in time to get Bauer. He's out on the fielder's choice. Let's see. Out. Nope. In play, fielder's choice. Out at home, tagged out 6-2. Mantle goes to third. All right, so there's the first out. Runners on first and third. Yogi Berra. He is batting .225. He's got a team high 7 RBI on the season. Chance for 1 here. 36 is a 14, and Donovan walks Berra to load the bases. White Sox have a pretty good defense. I think they stay deep for the double play. Billy Martin, team worst, 128 average this season. 53 is a 20. And let's just check Donovan's card here. Nope. Donovan, with the bases loaded, plunks Billy Martin, hits him in the back. Everybody moves up a base, including another run, and that's 3-0 Yankees. Ooh. Rough start for Dick Donovan. Bases loaded still, 1 out. Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto batting just 147, looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 9. 41's a 28. Hit to the shortstop. Aparicio, we already said he's a 10. That 14's a good. Go fielding 1. Ground ball to short. Aparicio to Fox. On to Torgeson. Double play. So they get out of it. But 3 runs score, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Yankees lead 3-0, and the White Sox are coming to bat. Luis Aparicio to lead things off. He's batting 200, having a rough series, just 1 for 12. 26 is a 32. Fly ball to right, caught by Hank Bauer for the first out. Yeah, that top of the first, that had a lot of extra checks. Don't usually have innings quite like that with that many. But of course, now I'm on YouTube. It'll just make it all that much longer. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman, Martin. He throws over to first, 2 away. Here's Jim Landis, 279. I don't think I mentioned Fox also batting 279. Fox and Landis tied for team high 279 averages. So Landis, nobody on, 2 out. 23 is a 27. Ground ball to the third baseman, McDougald. Throws across the diamond for the third out. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Johnny Sain. And here is Johnny Sain to lead off the top of the second, with the Yankees leading 3-0. Sain is 1 for 4 at the plate in his first 2 starts. 23 is a 12. Ground ball to the first baseman, Torgeson. He's got it, 1 out. McDougald reached base on an error to start the game. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to second baseman, Nellie Fox. On to first, 2 away. There's Joe Collins. I don't know if I remember mentioning in the first half, Collins hitting 178 is 3 for 10, now 4 for 11 in this series. 46 is a 29. Comebacker to the pitcher. Donovan's got it. Throws over to first. And after a very rough first inning, Dick Donovan, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. White Sox, bottom 2, Sherm Lawler to lead things off. Lawler, team worst 175 average. It's just 1 for 11 in this series. 63 is a 24. It's a ground ball handled by Phil Rizzuto at short. Throws to first for the first out. Al Smith. Smith's batting 200 on the season. Tied for the team high with 6 runs batted in. 22 is an 8. Sain's a 13 and a righty. -3 bumps Sain up to a 16. And that will result in a fly ball to the center fielder, Mickey Mantle, for the second out. So, 2 away. Here's Earl Torgeson. Torgeson, one of 3 White Sox starters, hitting 200. 44 is an 8. Well, the last one was an 8. I think we know how this one's going to go. Sain's a 13. Torgeson does hit righties well, +2, so that drops Sain to an 11. And that drop is enough for the result to be a base hit for Earl Torgeson. First hit of the game for the White Sox. Bubba Phillips comes to the plate with 2 outs. Phillips is batting .250 this season. Got off to a really good start, but it's dropped to .250, just 1 for 8 in this series. 23, 26, 2 outs. Ground ball to the second baseman, Billy Martin. He's got it. Tosses it to the first base for the third out. We go to the top of the third. Yankees lead 3-0. Hank Bauer singled his first time up. Drove in a run. And that's an 11. He will roll on his second column. 10 home runs in 1953. He's already got 3 in 11 games. 34 is a 6. And that will be a double into the gap. Hank Bauer's second hit of the day. Yankees' 4th of the contest. Here comes Mickey Mantle. He had an RBI single in the first inning. 6 hits and 12 at-bats now in this series. 65's a 35. That will be a pop-up in foul territory, left side, caught by the third baseman, Bubba Phillips, for the first out. Gene Woodling's 0 for 1. 13's a 14. First base is open, and Woodling draws the walk. Yogi Berra steps in, first and second, 1 out. Berra walked in the first inning. 13's a 14. He will walk for the second straight time. That will load the bases again. So Donovan struggling again here in the third. Bases are loaded for Billy Martin. He came to the plate with the bases loaded in the first inning and was hit by a pitch. Still, this time 1 out. They'll bring the infield in this time. 16's a 28. Hit to the shortstop, Aparicio. We know he's a 10. 43 is fielding 1. Should have played him deep because with the infield drawn in, Martin's ground ball left side has eyes, finds the hole between Phillips and Aparicio. It's into left field for a base hit. Everybody moves up a base. Hank Bauer scores, and it is now 4-0 Yankees. Martin with his second RBI of the day. Here's Phil Rizzuto. He did hit into a double play last time, and I think this time the White Sox will play the infield deep and hope for the double play instead of getting burned again. 41's a 28, which again is hit to shortstop, Aparicio. He's a 10, and that second die roll is a 35, which is fielding 1. And this time it is Aparicio to Fox to Torgerson. Rizzuto with a second time hitting into a double play with the bases loaded. So, Yankees do add another run on the Billy Martin RBI single. Had I played that a little differently, they might have got out of it unscathed. But 4-0 Yankees going to the bottom of the third. Here's Jim McEnany. McEnany's hitting 184 this season. 52's a 27. Ground ball to the third baseman, McDougald. 1 away. Here's the pitcher, Dick Donovan, 0 for 5 at the plate this season. 32's a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman, Billy Martin. Throws to first, 2 away. Back to the top of the order, Luis Aparicio, who's 0 for 1. 26 is a 32. Fly ball to right, caught by Hank Bauer. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Johnny Sain. On to the fourth inning. 4-0 Yankees, 4 runs on 5 hits. White Sox have just 1 hit. Johnny Sain to lead off here. He is 0 for 1. 51's a 9. Donovan's a 9, -2. So Donovan gets the 11 against a 9. And that will not be a hit. That will be a 28, which will be a ground ball to the shortstop, Aparicio. Throws over to first for the first out. Gil McDougall's 0 for 2. 45's a 14. He will draw a walk. Joe Collins, who is 1 for 2. 23 is a 12. And that'll be a play by the first baseman. Torgerson's a 3, which isn't great. Second rule's a 14. That's good for him. Ground ball to the first baseman, Torgerson. Picks it up, fires to second base to Aparicio. Back to first to Torgerson. In time, another double play. So, if not for the Chicago defense, this one would be a lot worse. Retires the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Nellie Fox to lead things off. Fox came in today with a 279 average, tied for the team high with 6 runs batted in, having a good series. He's actually really the only player on the White Sox roster having a good series. Came in with 5 hits and 12 at-bats, now 5 for 13. Couple of doubles. and drove in 3 runs. So Fox in his second at bat of the day, 35's a 9. Sain's a 13, -1. That gives Sain a score of 14, but with a 9, that will be a base hit. Second hit of the day for the White Sox. 6th of the series for Nellie Fox. Here comes Jim Landis, who is 0 for 1. 62 is a 40. That means we go to the rare play board. 40, 42, 13. We will have a play involving the second baseman, Billy Martin, who is an 8. We'll re-roll on, find out here, 43. Second baseman, 8. 43 will still be fielding 1. So not so much of a rare play, but ground ball to Billy Martin into the hole, moving toward first base, picks it up. Only play is to first. He does get the out. Nellie Fox advances to second. So, runner on second, 1 out. Here is Sherm Lawler, who is 0 for 1. Going to break out of her slump. Maybe 25's an 8. Sain's a 13. Lawler's a -2, so Sain 15 against the 8. 28. Play to the shortstop. Rizzuto's a 9. 65 is not going to be good, though. Fielding 3. Still be an out. Rizzuto, slow roller, has to run in, pick it up. Fox is going to make it to third. Rizzuto's throw to first in time for second out. White Sox are looking for their first run. They've got a runner to third base here in the 4th inning. 2 outs. Al Smith at the plate. He is 0 for 1. And that 26 isn't going to get it done. 27 to third base. It's going to be an out regardless. Just depends on what kind of out. McDougald's a 4. 31, fielding 2. So ground ball to McDougald. He picks it up cleanly, throws over to first for the third out. Played 4 full innings. It's 4-0 Yankees. Yankees on their way to a first place tie with the Pirates unless the White Sox can get something going here. Donovan will pitch to the 3-4-5 hitters, starting with Hank Bauer. Bauer's 2 for 2. RBI single in the first, doubled his second time up. And a 55 is an 8. Is he 3 for 3? Let's see. Donovan's a 9, -3. That'll move Donovan up to a 12. And not quite enough to get the out. Base hit. Hank Bauer is 3 for 3. It's Mickey Mantle, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. 34 is a 31. Fly ball to center field. Landis makes the catch. 1 out. Gene Woodling, 0 for 1 with a walk. 42's a 14. Woodling walks a second time. Donovan's control not been great in this one. And here's Yogi Berra, who has walked twice. 31's a 9. Could be something good here. Donovan's a 9. No change. No, 9's going to be a 31. That is hit to center field. Chance to go have somebody advance, but no, not going to happen. Fly ball to center, caught by Landis. Runners stay put. So, 2 outs. Here's Billy Martin. He's come up twice with the bases loaded, twice driven in a run, once with a hit by pitch, once with a single. This time he's got first and second, 2 outs. 51's a 9. Could be a hit. It's a 9. Righty -2 pushes Donovan to an 11. Not going to be hit. That'll be a 34. That'll be a pop-up to the third baseman, Bubba Phillips, for the third out. To the bottom of the 5th. White Sox still looking for a run, trailing 4-0. Earl Torgerson has one of the 2 White Sox hits on the day. 24's a 13 Sain strikes out Torgerson. There's Bubba Phillips, who is 0 for 1. 63's a 31, fly ball to center field. Mantle makes the catch, 2 outs. Jim McEnany's 0 for 1. 41's a 28, hit to the shortstop. Rizzuto over to first, 3 up, 3 down. To the 6th inning, here's Phil Rizzuto to lead things off, 0 for 2, hitting 2 double plays actually. 42's a 14, he draws a leadoff walk. Johnny Sain's 0 for 2, but I'll have him sacrifice here. 26 is a 24. Shortstop's going to influence this play. We know Aparicio's a 10. 62 is going to be an F2. So play the bunt back to Donovan. He turns and throws to second. Aparicio covering. They get the lead runner. Aparicio's throw to first, not in time. Sain beats it out. So a fielder's choice. Lead runner retired. Sain's at first base. 1 out. Gil McDougald, 0 for 2 with a walk. 54 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Jim McEnany has it for the 2nd out. It's Joe Collins, who is 1 for 3. 52 is a 27. And it'll be hit to the 3rd baseman. It's going to be an out regardless. Let's just see. Yep, ground ball to 3rd baseman Phillips. Throws over to first for the 3rd out. Dick Donovan has gone 6 innings, given up 4 hits. 4 runs and 6 hits. Don't think all 4 of those runs were earned, though. 3 of the runs were earned. But Donovan's day will be done here as he leads off the bottom of the 6th. Let's see. Just going to pinch hit. All right, well, we'll just go with Ted Kluszewski. He is 2 for 8 this season. He has pinch hit in a lot of games, so 2 for 8 so far. Nobody on, nobody out here as we lead out the bottom of the 6th. Kluszewski comes up against Sain as a pinch hitter. That 56 is a 34. There's a Y there. Sain strikes out Kluszewski to begin the inning. Here's Luis Aparicio, 0 for 2. 35 is a 14. Sain walks Aparicio, runner on with 1 out. There's Nellie Fox, 1 for 2. 6 for 14 in this series. 34 is a 31. Fly ball to Mickey Mantle in center. 2 outs. Jim Landis is 0 for 2. 43 is a 29. There's a Y there. Sain strikes out Landis to end the inning. So we will go to the 7th. Chicago needs a new pitcher. Trailing by 4. They're going to call on Barry Latman, 8-5, 3.75 ERA in 1959. He's a righty. Latman so far this season, this will be his 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 2.25 earned run average. He's pitched 4 innings, given up 1 run. All right, Latman takes over in the 7th. He'll be facing the 3-4-5 hitters for the Yankees, starting with Hank Bauer, who is 3 for 3. His good day ends, so 14's a 30. That's a fly ball to left for Al Smith, 1 out. It's Mickey Mantle, 1 for 3 with an RBI. 34 is a 31, fly ball to center field. Jim Landis has it for the 2nd out. Gene Woodling is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. 26 is a 24, ground ball to the shortstop. Aparicio throws to first. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Latman coming on in relief. After the 7th inning stretch, White Sox come to the plate, trailing 4-0. Here's Sherm Lawler, who is 0 for 2. 54 is a 32, fly ball to right, caught by Bauer. 1 away. Here's Al Smith, 0 for 2. 41 is a 24. Ground ball to shortstop, Rizzuto. Goes to first, 2 outs. Earl Torgeson's 1 for 2, one of the 2 Chicago hits. Ooh, that almost looked like an 11, but nope, it's a 41. Another 24, another ground ball to Phil Rizzuto. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Johnny Sain, who's pitching magnificently in this one. Latman comes out for his 2nd inning of work. And Yogi Berra will lead off. He has walked twice and is 0 for 1. 14's a 30, fly ball to left. Al Smith makes the catch, 1 out. Billy Martin has had a busy day, 1 for 2. Bases loaded, hit by pitch in the 1st inning, an RBI single in the 3rd inning. Nobody on base for him this time. 61's a 24. Another ground ball to Aparicio at short. This throws in time to get Martin for the 2nd out. Phil Rizzuto's 0 for 2 with a walk. 31's a 14, and he walks for the 2nd time. So 2 outs, runner on first for the pitcher, Johnny Sain. He'll be swinging away. 62's a 32. He gets it into the air to right field. Jim McEnany, routine catch, and that retires the side. 2 at the bottom of the 8th. White Sox still looking for a run. Johnny Sain will be facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters here. Bubba Phillips, who is 0 for 2. 64 is a 13. Sain strikes out Phillips. Jim McEnany, who's 0 for 2. 34 is a 31. Fly ball to center for Mickey Mantle. 2 outs. That brings us to the pitcher spot. Barry Latman through a good 2 innings. He'll come out here. And they'll bring Billy Goodman up to pinch hit. 250 hitter in 1959. Goodman 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter so far this season. 2 outs, nobody on for Goodman. 56 is a 34. There's a Y. Sain strikes out Goodman. Another 1-2-3 inning for Johnny Sain. Let's take a quick look at the scorebook here. Retired the last 8 straight. Hasn't given up a hit since the 4th inning. White Sox need another pitcher. They haven't used Jerry Staley yet in this series, so they'll bring him in here for the top of the 9th. Staley's their bullpen ace, 8-5, 2.24 ERA in 1959. And so far here, this is his 5th appearance. He has yet to give up an earned run. 3 saves in his first 4 appearances. No runs in 6 innings of work. He will be facing the top of the Yankees order. McDougald, Collins, Bauer. McDougald's 0 for 3 with a walk. 63 is a 31. Fly ball to center field. Jim Landis makes the catch for the 1st out. Joe Collins is 1 for 4. 14's a 30. Fly ball to left. Caught by Smith for the 2nd out. Now Hank Bauer, 3 for 4 on the day. Can he make it a 4-hit day? He just might. At 11, let's just check, Staley G could come into play. Let's see, 17, a righty, 20, nothing yet. All right, so Bauer, 42. 42 is a 2. We mentioned at the top of the show, Hank Bauer came in today with a league best 4 triples in 11 games, had 2 of them already in this series. That 42 is a 2, and Hank Bauer pushes one down the right field line. Hank Bauer speeds around the bases, and he's got his 5th triple in 12 games. And he is a home run away from the cycle. And he's probably not going to get that because we're already here in the ninth and the Yankees lead by 4, but big day for Hank Bauer. So, runner on third, 2 outs for Mickey Mantle. Mantle's 1 for 4, had an RBI single back in the first. 64 is a 14. Staley pitches around Mantle, ends up walking him. Runners at the corners for Gene Woodling. He is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. 14's a 30. Fly ball to left, caught by Smith. That'll end the inning. Yankees leave 2 runners on base. Johnny Sain comes out for the 9th inning. And with a 4-0 lead, looking for a shutout. He's given up just 2 hits to this point. He'll be facing the top of the order for the White Sox. Luis Aparicio is 0 for 2 with a walk. 63 is a 31 fly ball to center field. Mickey Mantle has it, 1 out. Nellie Fox, 1 for 3 today. Really the only White Sox batter who has done anything in this series. 6 hits in 15 at-bats. 13's a 14. Sain walks Nellie Fox. Here's Jim Landis. 16 is a 28. Hit to the shortstop. Rizzuto's a 9. 15 is going to be fielding 1. Rizzuto flips it to Martin for the lead out. Martin's throw to first. Not in time. White Sox are still alive, but down to the last out after a fielder's choice. All right, 2 outs, runner on first. Sherm Lawler, who is 0 for 3, is 1 for 14 in this series. Came in today with a team worst 175 average. Can he do anything to salvage this series for the White Sox? 21 is a 30, fly ball left, caught by Gene Woodling, and that is the ball game. Final score, the New York Yankees 4, the Chicago White Sox 0. The 53 Yankees pull into a first-place tie with the 1960 Pirates with 8-4 records. The White Sox drop a game back at 7-5. For the 53 Yankees, 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 10 runners left on base. The 59 White Sox, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 4 runners left on base. 7 hits for the Yankees. Hank Bauer with the only multi-hit day, 4 for 5, a double, a triple, a run driven in. Billy Martin drove in 2 runs. Mickey Mantle had the other RBI. Johnny Sain, what a performance. 9 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Sain improves to 2-1 after his 3 starts. For the White Sox, just 2 hits. Fox and Torgeson. Nothing else to speak of. Dick Donovan he failed in his attempt to become the league's only 3-0 starter. He drops to 2-1. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 6 walks in 6 innings, 0 strikeouts. Barry Latman came on, 2 innings of scoreless relief. Jerry Staley pitched 1 inning of scoreless relief. So that is all from Comiskey Park. The Yankees take 3 out of 4 in their series from the White Sox and move into a first place tie. If you want to see the box scores, the team stats, the recaps, all that and more, you can find that on my website, rogersportsgames.com. Got all that to go. And because this is the end of week number 3, we'll soon have the week 3 recap with all of the full standings and league leaders and analysis. So be on the lookout for that here soon. Coming up in week 4, here are the matchups. 1954 Indians against the 1950 Phillies, the 1953 Dodgers against the 1960 Pirates, the 1957 Braves against the 1959 White Sox, and the 1953 Yankees against the 1954 Giants. So now that we've got everything straightened away, we'll be back doing games a little bit more often. Well, not quite have the same hiatus as we did here as we switched from the basic game to a hybrid game and got that all straightened out. So now that we're there, we'll be back with a little more regular content on YouTube, I think. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe.